Today we're in Jogjakarta, also known as Jogja, on the island of Java in Indonesia. This former kingdom is, in my opinion, the world's most underrated food destination. Whenever someone asks me what cities have the best food around the world, Jogja is without a doubt on the list. In this episode, we're taking you deeper than anyone has before into Jogjakarta's culinary roots to prove to you that this city is a culinary wonder of not just Indonesia, but of the world. I am really excited for this next stop. It's called 25 bakpia. So they're specializing in bakpia, which is a mung bean cake that is famous here in Jogja. It's only sold here in Jogja, and it is so extremely popular that they are employing hundreds of different employees and serving thousands of these bakpia, selling out every single day. We're gonna get a special opportunity to go into the factory and see how they're making their famous bakpia. So let's go inside and see how it's done, and then I'm gonna try one out once we're finished. So this is the inside of the factory. It's a traditional factory. There's gonna be, I don't know, 200 people working in here, and they're all making the bakpia. So it is, like I said, a mung bean filled cake. They start with a batter that they make into long kind of snake-like shapes, and then cut them into little pieces. And then those pieces are flattened out by hand, stuffed full of the green bean, the mung bean, and they've just got mounds of this mung bean in front of them, and then they make them up by hand, and that's it. It's pretty simple, but they are making tons of these. I can't believe how much action is going on in here. It is just crazy. I love the atmosphere, and I can't believe how much mung bean is on the table. There's gonna be tons of it in here, and everybody's just got a big mound of it in front of them, and they're all making them up one by one. So cool. Whoa. Okay, once they are finished making them by hand, then it's time to bake them, and this is gonna be the craziest oven room I have ever seen. They have 8 of these massive charcoal ovens that have these kind of sliding trays that come out, and they fill them full of the bakpia and then put them inside, and they're flipping them by hand, and they come out golden crispy charcoal. The scale of this operation is just astounding. They must be making tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of these every single day, and everything is done by hand. There's no automation, there's no timers. They're just looking at the bakpia and saying, are they finished? And judging everything by eye and using charcoal. So it's really the most authentic way to do it, and I guess that's why they taste so good. I'm getting really excited to try these out. Working in here must be like hell though, because it is so hot. Oh my gosh. Once they're finished baking, cool them off for a few minutes, and then they're straight into the box to the consumer, hot and fresh out of the oven. Just look at the amount of boxes they were gonna fill here today. Wow, look at this. It's taller than me. This place is absolutely insane. So they're grinding and cooking the mung beans in here. Look at all of these blenders, and they're using wood fire to cook the mung beans. So cool, so traditional. This place is absolutely insane. You know, I have a weird job where I get to go inside of a lot of factories to film, but I have to say, That is my new favorite factory. I've never seen one that's doing it so traditionally with the charcoal and everything by hand, everything by sight and feel. Really cool, so it's time to try them out. The time has come to try the famous 25 bakpia, and look at these little guys. They are absolutely beautiful. They remind me of Chinese shenzhenbao, like fried dumplings almost, filled with that mung bean, and apparently this is the last box that they have today, and people will fight over these things, I've been told. They sell it every single day. They've got hundreds of workers, and I am so excited to try. Hot and fresh still. Let's try it out. Yum. That is really good. It's kind of got a nutty flavor on the inside. Really creamy mung bean, and then a bit of a crunch on the outside. It's kind of starchy and a little hint of sweetness, but not too much. It's a really kind of vegetable-y flavor, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, those are good. Those are addicting. They're so creamy on the inside with that little kind of crunchy outside. Perfect combination of texture, subtle sweetness. Okay, I get the hype. Those are absolutely delicious. I just destroyed 4 of them in like less than 30 seconds. And I was just being told by the owner here that they have a lot of Japanese customers. Apparently the Japanese love these, and I can see why. It does kind of remind me of a Japanese like taiyaki or some kind of mung bean sweet. They use a lot of mung bean in Japan, so really good. Gotta try it out. It's one of the most famous dessert shops, probably the most famous dessert shop in all of Jogjakarta. After that quick little sweets break at the bakpia factory, I've now come to a really local joint for some chicken. Let's go into the kitchen and see what they're cooking. I love Jogjakarta's kitchens. They are always a feast for all the senses, and they're always doing things traditionally. Look at this chicken here. This is braised chicken. So this place is braising their chicken, and then they're gonna flash fry it after. And here is the braise, cooking on a wood fire, absolutely bubbling hot. Full chickens in there. There's gonna be tons of ginger, galangal, turmeric, all kinds of different things. Wow, it's just so authentic, so real. I love it. This looks like awesome chicken. So after it's been braised, they're gonna fry it, and I am looking forward to trying this out. Wow, so cool. That braising mixture just looks like it's gonna be so full of flavor, and one of the pots is just full of just chicken legs. I didn't know you could just order the chicken legs, I guess so. But they've got full chickens braising in there, and I guess we're gonna go see how they fry them up next. We have a spread of different dishes, with the highlight being the braised fried chicken, but we've also got some fresh veggies, cucumbers, lemon basil, some stir-fried papaya leaves, looks like with some garlic and chilies in there. Back here, some fried eggplant. There is some fried tempeh as well. And then 2 types of sambal on the table, but really, like I said, the highlight is this guy right here. The braised and fried chicken. Look at how beautiful that is. And we're going local style with the fingers. So I'm just gonna go right in there and try a piece as is by itself. No sambal, just with the braise. That came right off the bone, no problem. Let's try. Yeah. Wow. Even though it's fried chicken, it's not crunchy fried chicken, because they just quickly flash fry it and it's been braising for God knows how long. But the flavor of that braise is just incredible. You can taste the ginger in there. It's not really strong, but it's really delicious. I think it could go good with some sambal. Let me go in a little bit of sambal and rice. I'll grab another piece of chicken. And then this is a spicy looking sambal. There's 2 sambals. I'll go for this one. I've been told this is a little bit spicier. Oh, that might have been a little overkill. Let's try that with some rice. That is good chicken. Wow, it's so moist and juicy still. That sambal adds a lot of flavor. There's a lot of garlic in there. A little bit spicy. It's not as spicy as I was expecting, but that chicken, so juicy, succulent chicken. Man, that is really, really good. A lot of natural flavor from that braise. This might be the best chicken I've had, definitely, in a long time. Put that on the rice. Let me grab one of these eggplants and a little bit of lemon basil as well. And the sambal is awesome too. Lots of garlic in there. I love the garlic flavor. Mix that up. Go in with fingers. Let's try. God, it's so good. The lemon basil really freshens it up. I love the creamy eggplant with it too. Also not crispy even though it's been fried. That sambal is so full of flavor. But that chicken, so succulent, delicious. Look at this. It just comes right off the bone. Oh man. That braise, whatever secret ingredients they got in there, is so, so good. I'm gonna grab some of these papaya leaves here. Going in with the fingers. Always a little bit confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, a lot of people say it actually makes the food taste better. I don't know about that, but those are a little bit sweet actually. Fried chicken is insane. Ooh, I actually feel like I'm gonna pass out. It is so hot. We spent all that time in the bakpia oven room. Then we came here and then we're in their oven room. And now this food is super spicy. Look at that. Beautiful bite though. With the lemon basil and the sambal. This sambal is so good. Lots of garlic in there. Oh man. This is dangerous. Oh my god. That's so good with the lemon basil and the garlic. Oh man. I'm sweating bullets. Can you see that? Oh, I can't stop eating. It's so good. Oh, I actually think I ate it all already. Oh my god, that was the best meal of the day for sure. But I feel like I'm like high right now on psychedelic chicken. I'm just gonna start hallucinating here shortly. Whew, that was spicy as hell. Let me tell you guys a secret. Why I know so much about Indonesian food. It's actually Ari. Film Ari.
Hello, sawadikap, sugeng rawuh in Jogja.
He's the real guru of Indonesian food that makes me sound smart every time. We're gonna go get some what? Fruity ice?
Es buah.
Ice buah. We need to cool off because I'm gonna pass out.
Like, see? And look, we are soaking wet from the weather and also from the spiciness of the sambal. And from the oven of the bakpia factory and all the kitchen here in Bantul in Jogja.
I can't even feel my tongue or honestly my hands. My hands burning from the chili, eating with your fingers. So maybe they say it might taste better, but honestly it's a hazard because my hand is burning from sambal right now. All right, ice time. Next up, we're going for soto ayam, which is chicken soup. This place is called Warung Soto Kadipiro, and it is a super popular spot. I think there's gonna be a little bit of a wait, and this is supposed to be some of the best chicken soup in all of Jogja, so let's go try it out. This place is absolutely packed. You can just tell that Jogja is a food city. A lot of people from other parts of the country, but a lot of locals here as well. And they're serving only the soto ayam. You can see just bowls upon bowls of it, and they're boiling the broth on charcoal. It's just got a couple little veggies like cabbage and some green onions I saw in there, and then some chicken, and then you order it with the rice in the soup. So let's try it out. I'm super excited. It must be good. It is absolutely madness in here, and I love the decor. They've got all these old traditional art pieces on the wall. You can feel the history in this spot. And I've got my bowl of soto ayam. There is a like fried potato patty in it as well. Lots of chicken, the rice of course. I thought there was green onions, but now I think it was just some cilantro. And you gotta add some of this sambal that's on the table, which looks like there's just a ton of different things in it, special mixture. So I'll go for a spoonful of that, give it a little mix. Oh man, I can smell it. It smells incredible. Let's try. Oh, I thought that was cilantro, but it's actually celery. It's got a nice spiciness now from that sambal and really strong chicken flavor. It's a thin, light broth. It's not like thick, it's not murky. It's kind of like a clear broth. It's pretty simple and just kind of home cooked, homey tasting, really comfort food. Wow, that is good. And there's only little bits of shredded chicken in there. There's not a whole lot of chicken. It's mostly just the rice. You can order with or without rice. Definitely heartier to have the rice. Their sambal tastes amazing. Yeah, that is comfort food at its finest. Pretty simple ingredients, but all of the flavors coming from the broth. Let me try this potato patty, which looks like it's completely soggy and soaked up all of that broth. Whoa. It just melts, falls apart in your mouth. Actually, that is really good in it. Yum. Oh, I wish there was more than just one potato patty in there. That's a damn good bowl of soto ayam. Yum. This sambal is just pretty much heat. There's not any sourness to it. It's just got a lot of spice to it, but it's really delicious. And guys, we need more soups with rice. Soup and rice together is really good, always. Yeah, that sambal is really phenomenal. The portion sizes here in Indonesia are usually quite small, and that's good because you're gonna wanna taste a lot of different stuff when you're on your trip here. And everything is so cheap, 18,000 for one bowl. This place is absolutely legendary, an institution here in Jogjakarta. Now, this is not your typical dessert. I have to admit, this is gonna be a first for me. I've never seen anything quite like this. So, you may or may not be familiar with the dish known as rojak. It's a fruit salad, so all kinds of different fruits, pineapple, papaya, mango, jicama, cucumbers, and then it's marinated with a chili sambal with shrimp paste and lots of different things, sometimes shallots. And this place is serving it with ice cream on top of it. So fruit salad and ice cream, yes, but rojak is not your typical fruit salad. It's kind of like a spicy fruit salad. So here is the final result. 3 big scoops of pink ice cream on top. I've been told it's like a coconut ice cream, and there is the rojak on the bottom. So yeah, I don't know what to expect with this. And I've also been told that you're supposed to put this sambal, chili sambal, on top of the ice cream. So gonna be a first for me. Chili ice cream fruit salad sounds really unique. I don't know what to expect this to taste like, but let's try it out. That is confusing. For a second, it tasted like just regular ice cream, and then it hit me in the back of the throat with the spiciness. There's a slight savoriness to it, so it is kind of like sweet and salty, but the ice cream is a lot more sweet than the rojak is salty. But yeah, it's got a spice to it. I think that sambal that I added on top of it is quite spicy. Let's go in for one more bite. I'll get a bigger thing of ice cream. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I didn't know what to expect. If I'm being honest, it kind of sounded a little too strange to me, but the flavor is actually really good. And it's kind of cold and then room temperature. Crunchy fruit underneath, but the fruit flavor is not actually really there because it's been marinated with that shrimp paste and that chili, so It's got a unique flavor to it. Whoa, that might be Indonesia's most strangest dessert. Wow, rojak with ice cream. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this chili sambal on my ice cream. Sounds like such a weird sentence to say, but it kind of works because the chili heats you up and then the ice cream cools you right down. And it's got a nice coconut flavor. The ice cream tastes like a homemade ice cream actually. Wow, it's good. It's like confusing my brain. I don't know what to think if I'm eating dessert or I'm eating lunch. I don't really know. As it melts, it's kind of turning into this weird soupy consistency. And I've been told that this is a Jogja original. This is a specialty of Jogjakarta. And if you find this in Jakarta or other cities, it's likely being made by people from Joja. Well, that was certainly an experience. I definitely recommend you try it out on your trip to Jogjakarta, and only 8,000 rupiah. So super, super cheap. So it's absolutely pouring rain here in Jogja, but we just tucked into this little spot that's serving lumpia, so fried spring rolls, and they have a special filling here. So they use a mixture of veggie and chicken and then boiled quail's egg, and then it's all wrapped up and then deep fried in oil. So waiting for them to finish off the fresh lumpia and then try them out hot and fresh.
Afternoon.
Thank you.
Garlic.
Lumpia are fresh out of the fryer, and just check out the size of these. They're huge. And small shop, look at this. He's making the wrappers right here, or separating them and getting ready to prepare more lumpia. They just told me they prepare about 5,000 a day, if you can believe it, because they actually supply it to the little vendors that go around the city and sell them. But we've come straight to the source, and it's served with a side of chilies, raw chilies, cucumbers, pickled cucumbers, and then garlic paste, so kind of just like minced garlic. That is the dipping sauce. So let me try to get a dip in that garlic. Oh man, I can smell it. It smells really strong, and it feels super crispy in my hand. Oh, I hope I don't burn myself. Oh wow. Hot. Wow, that is delicious, and look at this. I got a half a quail egg here. That is a really unique ingredient. It's really yummy. Tastes like maybe they braised it, and lots of garlic flavor from that minced garlic. Super crispy on the outside, and then there's a lot of bean sprouts, but some other veggies and a little bit of meat in there, so it's not vegetarian or anything. Let me try to stuff some garlic and some cucumbers inside there. I think that'll be good. Oh, it's so hot that you can be careful. Oh, that is just awesome. Super greasy and satisfying. That is a perfect little snack. Just fried so well and crunchy. Packed full of all those ingredients. Lots of bean sprouts in there. Yum. Unlike the rojak with ice cream that I just tried, this is something that's pretty familiar to anybody from the West. I mean, deep fried spring rolls. But the difference here is there's no dipping sauce. It's just that natural garlic. Just garlic, and it goes so well. You wouldn't really maybe imagine that that's a good dipping sauce, but it works, really, believe me. So we're at our next spot. They're serving geprek chicken, which is smashed chicken, and the way it works is he basically asks you how many chilies do you want. So 1 to 5 is small spicy, 5 to 10 medium, and then everything beyond that gets pretty crazy. Look at these chilies here. They've got a massive basket of them. think I'm gonna go for 5. And then they go garlic, a little bit of salt, and yeah, geprek means smash, so he's gonna smash it up. Can I get 5 chilies? Here. So now time to smash that chicken up. What is this one? Oh, eggplant too. Oh, eggplant. All fried up, and look at that. Mixing it with the chilies and the garlic. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Pretty simple dish. Once again here in Jogja, relying on the natural flavors, all natural ingredients, just the chilies, the garlic, salt, and then he mixes it on the mortar and pestle and then throws in whatever fried ingredients you want. I got the eggplant and the fried chicken, and then served on rice. So all that flavor is gonna come from that chili, garlic, salt mixture. Yum. Even though he's smashed it to a pulp, you still get the bits of the batter that are nice and crunchy. All the flavor is coming from that chili. And it's kind of got a smokiness actually. Garlic in there as well. Little saltiness, but I love how it's just the natural chili flavor. A little bit of MSG in there too, but that just kicks things up a notch. Oh, that is really, really good. I love the textures of the crunchy chicken skin, and then you get the smooth chili, garlic. It's really a simple dish, but full of flavor. That chili just really brings it to life. Oh, that is awesome. I'm gonna start doing that to my KFC, just smashing it and putting chili on it. It's kind of impossible to tell what is what after he smashed it up. I don't know where the eggplant went, but there is eggplant somewhere in here. And he said it was gonna be spicy, but I thought it was gonna be spicy too, but I now think I could have went for maybe 10 chilies. It's not as crazy as I thought. The flavor from the chili is just incredible. You can feel it right underneath my eyes. I'm starting to sweat. That's a slow burn. It is building, and you can see this place is popular with the locals. I love that. If you like spicy food and fried chicken, then that's a perfect combination. So delicious, and a really cool setting in this little tent. It is raining a lot here in Jogja today. Oh man. For our last stop of the day, we've come to have Bakmi Jawa, which is Javanese noodle soup at this little stall behind me. It doesn't look like much, but apparently it's gonna be about an hour wait. This place is famous for their long queue because all the locals wanna try this famous Bakmi Jawa. So let's go get in line and wait an hour or so until we get our noodles. They also have other dishes at the stall like nasi goreng, fried rice, but we're here for the soup noodles, and these guys are working extremely fast, all with charcoal, using the fan to kind of control the temperature, and they're making like one pot at a time. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 bowls of noodles, and it starts with some cabbage and some scallions, and then the broth, the chicken broth, a little bit of chicken meat, and then duck eggs. Duck eggs are a really key ingredient here, really bright orange yolks to those eggs, and then they throw in the noodles at the end. It's a pretty simple bowl of noodles, but the locals are just lined up at the door here, so I'm super pumped to try it out. So that was maybe about a 40-minute wait. The hard part though is not waiting, it's trying to get a seat in here because this place is just absolutely packed. You need to kind of hawk over top of a table until someone moves and then jump right on as soon as possible. But here is the beautiful bowl of Bakmi Jawa. It is ugly delicious, you could say. So chicken, duck egg, beautiful rich looking broth, and some fried shallots on top, a little bit of cabbage, the noodles of course. Let me just start with a taste of that beautiful broth. Oh, it's so rich, so rich. Very chickeny and a little salty, but not overly salty. That's just really thick, rich broth. It almost tastes like a tonkotsu ramen or something. Let's go for the noodles and some more of the goodies. Try to get a little bit of everything if I can. Some egg, some chicken, noodles of course. That is comfort food at its finest. It does kind of remind me of a ramen broth, but it's a chicken-based broth, but still really rich and thick broth. Lots of flavor in there. The noodles are just perfect with it. Oh man, I wish the bowl was bigger. I wish I ordered two, because now I'm gonna have to wait another 40 minutes if I want another bowl. The duck egg is such a perfect addition. I feel like the duck egg adds a little bit of creaminess to that broth because they crack it right into the broth and kind of just let it mix in and sort of poach in the broth. That is a stellar bowl of noodles. Oh my god, I love it. And as soon as you stand up, there's already people in my seat. I haven't even stood up. She's like squeezing in underneath me. So just down the street from the market, you'll notice this massive banyan tree. They've actually built the road around the tree. And then you'll see a bunch of locals congregating underneath it. And that's because there's a guy selling iced cendol, which is sort of like a dessert, but we're gonna have it for breakfast. You can see behind me, he's serving it out of this really cool kind of double basket that he can carry on his shoulder, but he's set up here for the morning and he's working super fast. So cendol is a coconut milk ice drink sort of dessert, but then they also mix in gula melaka, which is the palm sugar, that thick brown sugar, and there is a lot of bees hanging around too because of the sweetness. So we're gonna order up a cup and try it out. Yeah. So I have my cup of cendol. Here they call it dawat though, and you can see him making it behind me. It looks really good. So there's a couple different ingredients inside. There are those little tiny noodles, and then he's also put fermented sticky rice, and then you can see all of that palm sugar. I'm gonna give it a nice mix, and then this is icy cold too. This is gonna be sweet, I think. So let me give it a little try. I'm actually just gonna go with my spoon. Oh yeah, actually it's not too sweet. It's really refreshing, and that coconut is rich. All those little chewy noodles in there, and then the sticky rice too. This is actually perfect for breakfast. And such a cool atmosphere right underneath the huge banyan tree. So we just met the family and we are going to be heading out to their garden to pick all kinds of different things for cooking today. This is going to be our chef and she's also going to be helping us pick the ingredients. So let's go check out the garden. So the first thing we harvested was some green papaya tree flowers. So they're kind of these little bulbs and flowers, and we will be cooking with those later. It's an ingredient I've never tried before, but really cool.
The flower, okay.
Sekarang?
Yes.
The second ingredient we harvested is a banana blossom, also very cool ingredient. So we just picked melinjo leaves and blue pea flowers. Some really exotic ingredients they have here in their gardens. And also the blue pea flower is one of their specialties here. They actually export it and sell it all around the country and the world.
Nice.
So we just picked two more ingredients. The first one is moringa, which is a very popular kind of super fruit. Well, it's actually a leaf. And then we just picked some fresh green papaya. And I think that's gonna be all the ingredients we need, plus some things we got at the market to cook the dishes today. So now it's time for cooking. We're gonna go check out the kitchen. We are in the kitchen. Check out the plethora of ingredients we've got here. All kinds of different things. And the first dish that we are preparing is a green papaya coconut milk dish called sayur babur. Just making the spice base to this dish, we took a type of ginger called sand ginger. It's a very aromatic type of ginger, some salt, some shallots, tiny little bit of water, and it is really satisfying to watch these get grinded away on that stone with just the rock. So that goes into the pot with a little bit of water on top of wood fire. There's a beam of light coming in here, really cool ambience. Green papaya in, we will boil this down until soft, and in the meantime we're gonna make some coconut milk for the sauce. Next up, we added in the coconut milk and also the melinjo leaves that we grabbed earlier from the garden.
Fire up one more spoon.
So the green papaya dish is done. We are just trying to cool down. It is quite hot here in Indonesia with this tea, and actually the ice is using those blue pea flowers that they have an abundance of here. So the ice is nice and blue. Oh yeah, that's refreshing. The next dish is gonna take a little bit longer, so we're gonna start it now. It's tempeh and tofu that we're going to be braising for about an hour or longer. The base of this dish consists of garlic, onions, and quite a lot of palm sugar. And we're gonna put the tempeh and the tofu right into that mixture with a little bit of water. And this is a very classic Jogja, traditional Jogja style dish. So we've got 3 stoves going at the exact same time. In the middle we have the tempeh and the tofu braising away. Then we also have some cassava boiling away, which we'll just eat as a snack later. And then we also have something else I can't remember. Oh, the sorghum, right, okay. And then we also have sorghum, which we will eat kind of as an alternative to rice, just as another carb. It's getting quite hot in here with all these fires going.
Itu bikin nama Mas Tri.
So now we're gonna be stir frying the papaya leaves, which we picked earlier. We started with a base of those 2 types of chilies that we tried, some garlic, some shallots, some salt, and then also quite a bit of palm sugar. And then she just poured in these little mini anchovies. So that is smelling really, really good. So we added in those papaya leaves, and one thing that I keep noticing here in Indonesia is you always see the chef tasting the dish before it's finished, and that is a really good sign because you know that they are checking the quality, making sure the flavors are correct, and making adjustments if they need to be made. There are a lot of dishes being cooked in that kitchen, and we are still going to be making a couple more, so we're definitely going to be having a true Jogja feast. The rain has just started, just stepping outside the kitchen to cool down. That rain is very welcome by me because it is giving a nice breeze, nice cool breeze. Whew. Our protein dish today is going to be a chicken. We're cooking a dish called ayam ingkong, which is the full chicken. And this chicken is their, well, formerly their resident chicken. So now it's in the pot. So the chicken is in the pot, a little bit of spices, a little bit of broth. It was already half cooked. And we just took the pate, which is stink beans. I've never tried them before, so today is going to be the first time. Very popular ingredient in Southeast Asia, especially here in Indonesia. And we put them directly into the fire, right in the charcoal, just to grill them a little bit. And we'll eat them just like that, maybe with a little bit of sambal later. So all of the dishes are finished being cooked. We're just putting the final touches on everything, and we're gonna sit down and have Jogja style feast. So I'm sitting down now. I have an absolute massive spread of food here in front of me, all freshly picked from the garden or fresh from the market this morning. Tons of exotic ingredients, and I'm just gonna sit down and do a little taste test before everyone sits down and eats. So let me introduce everything to you first. So we've got 3 different types of carbs here. The first is the sorghum. This is cornmeal. And then we have rice that has been dyed with those blue pea flowers. The next up is the coconut milk with the green papaya. And look at that, that looks delicious. Next up is that tempeh with the tofu that has been braising for over an hour now, and it's caramelized on the outside. You can see all of those beautiful crunchy bits on the outside. Then we've got our full chicken here, which looks awesome as well. And this is a full chicken, head and everything. In the middle, we've got this beautiful salad, which is like a mixture of all kinds of different things. So we've got some long beans, we've got some wing beans, we've got some bean sprouts. This is the banana blossom flower that we picked earlier. Some of the blue pea flowers. This is the green papaya flowers, and then the chiote, and then we've got the grated coconut with some spices in the middle. These are the papaya leaves that have been stir-fried with all of those ingredients that we watched her do out back. Then back here we've got the pad, which is the stink beans, which I'm looking forward to trying. Some herbs, some cucumbers. We've got a sambal here for dipping those in. And then we've got this, which has the, this is moringa? Moringa leaves, yeah, moringa with lots of sweet corn. And this just looks insanely good. So let me try out some of these dishes now. So this is the first dish I'm gonna try, the green papaya soup with the melinjo leaves. Make sure I get lots of that green papaya, some of the leaves, and then some of that coconut milk broth as well. Wow. That has a crazy flavor actually. That has a crazy unique flavor that I was not expecting at all. I'm not sure if, I think it's gotta be those melinjo leaves. They taste almost smoky and almost meaty, which is really surprising. And then fresh green papaya and then creamy coconut milk. I'm gonna try the second soup, the moringa leaves with all of that sweet corn. Get a little bit of the broth. Definitely get lots of that corn and those leaves. Oh, that is so refreshing. That corn is nice and sweet, and she also added that special type of aromatic ginger in there. It's not a super strong ginger, but it's got that ginger flavor, which is really refreshing. So I tried the two soups. Now let's get some rice, or some of these carbs, I should say. So I'll get a little bit of cornmeal, put it on my plate, a little bit of the sorghum, that right here, and I gotta get quite a bit of this blue rice, that blue pea flour rice. So cool. So next I'm gonna try this chicken. Check this out. This is the entire thing. We've got the legs, the feet, there's the intestines, everything in there. I'm gonna try to break off this thigh here. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna have to take the whole thing. Oh, maybe I can break this part off too. There we go. So I'll take this big drumstick, put that on my rice. Now I'm gonna grab some of this braised tofu, which I'm really looking forward to try. That's the tofu here, and then a piece of the tempeh as well. And last, for my rice here, I'll grab some of these papaya leaves. Wow, this looks incredible. That looks like an amazing dish. Okay, I've assembled my dish. I've got 3 different types of carbs and 3 different types of dishes to go with them. So I'm gonna rip some of this chicken off and try it with a little bit of that brilliant blue rice. The blue pea flour doesn't really give a whole lot of flavor to the rice, but it really makes it look brilliant blue. And with that chicken, nice and juicy, and it's got this really aromatic kind of ginger flavor to that chicken as well. You can try some of the papaya leaves with some of this cornmeal. She poured a whole lot of those little anchovies into this dish, so you can definitely taste a little bit of seafoodiness going on. And then it's got a sweetness too from the palm sugar she's added. And then those papaya leaves don't have a whole lot of flavor to them, maybe a very slight bitterness, but that is a really good vegetable dish. All right, I'm looking forward to trying this one a lot. This is the tempeh. I'm gonna break off a little piece here and then eat it with some of that sorghum. Oh. That could almost be eaten as a dessert. It's quite sweet, and all of that palm sugar has completely caramelized on the outside, and you can feel the individual soybeans in that tempeh. And then with the sorghum, not much flavor, but a nice substitute for rice. Let's also do a piece of the tofu. I'm gonna go for some blue rice this time. I actually think I prefer the tofu over the tempeh. It's got this really meaty texture, and it's soaked in all the sweetness from that palm sugar. That is an awesome dish, the braised tofu and tempeh. So I'm going to assemble a salad here, take a little bit of each ingredient. That's the bean sprouts. This is the chiote. These are the winged beans, and also a couple long beans in there as well. This is the papaya flour that we picked fresh this morning. Really unique ingredient that I've never tried. A couple of these blue pea flowers, just raw like that. So beautiful. Oh, they're hard to get. So beautiful. And then this is the banana blossom, another very unique ingredient. And then I gotta grab some of this too. And then I'll just use my fingers here, get that coconut mixed in, and then just take a big bite, try to get everything all in one bite. Wow. There is a huge contrast in flavors going on in that mouthful. That papaya flour has definitely got the strongest flavor. It is very bitter, like a tart bitterness. Then there's freshness, there's a little bit of sweetness, and then of course that coconut with the spices adds like a saltiness and a little bit of spiciness too, and freshness from the coconut. But wow, so many ingredients there. I couldn't really pinpoint one of them, but definitely that papaya flower has a strong bitterness. So I've been looking forward to trying this. This is the grilled pate, the stink bean, which I've never tried before. So I'll rip one of these beans out, and then you're supposed to peel away the little bit of skin on the outside. And then we've got a sambal over here, which I'll take a little bit of, put it right on the stink bean like that. Try it as is. Oh yeah, you can taste the stink for sure. Wow, that sambal is very spicy and very strong. I can taste the garlic in there, the shallot, but then that stink bean has this kind of unique, strange aroma to it, and it's got the texture of just like a half-boiled soybean or something, but it's really hard to explain what that tastes like. It kind of goes into the back of your nose, almost like a little bit garbagey or something. And we've come to try a very famous Jogja dessert slash breakfast called lupis. So not the disease, but the dessert. Very popular here in Jogjakarta. We've come. We've come to this very humble stall. She just set up right on the sidewalk here, but has lots of customers. She has lots of different things, but she's famous for her lupis, which is a compressed rice cake sliced and then topped with some shredded coconut, and then the beautiful, beautiful palm syrup that she drizzles all over top, wrapped up in a banana leaf. And you can see the locals just lining up here to get it. This spot here is called Lupis Bu Ratnem. So she's a very, very nice lady, and she just gave me my breakfast here. I can't wait to try. You can see all those little sliced up rice cakes here, and then topped with shredded coconut and that brown syrup, which I believe they call gula jawa here. I'm not exactly sure that's right, but I believe that's what they call it. So I'm gonna go for a try. That looks so good, just completely smothered in the palm sugar. Oh yeah, that's so good. It's so simple but so good. It's just like the equivalent of Canadian maple syrup on pancakes. Here in Java, you've got rice cakes with coconut palm sugar. Honestly, this is better. There's no like processed ingredients, just all natural. Look at how gooey. Basically the coconut, shredded coconut mixes with all of the gula jawa, and then just creates this beautiful texture. That is so delicious. Perfect little bites. I like sweets for breakfast, so this is perfect. It's almost got like a mochi chewiness. Right on the side of the street. Motorcycles driving by, bright and early, but tons of customers. Also love how it's served in a banana leaf like this. You know, sometimes I have things I want to try, I get it, and I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's good, but I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'm literally gonna have to force myself to not get another one. This is so, so good. And you gotta wake up early because she finishes probably like 10, 11. She'll stop selling these. There's another very, very famous one here in Jogja called Lupis Brazed, which was featured on Netflix, but you gotta wait in line for like an hour or more. And you gotta show up at like 5:30 if you want to try that. So just come to this one. It's the same thing. I don't know, maybe it's better. So good. That was so good, like so simple, but yet so delicious. Just really good ingredients. She's just set up right here on the side of the street, so I'll leave a Google address for her if you do want to come try out this spot. And one thing that's really cool is the way that she slices the rice cake is she's just got a string that's tied around one of her fingers, and she just uses the string to kind of slice them off individually. And it's just like the perfect amount of coconut and that palm sugar. So let's head into the market and see what else we can find this morning. So we're literally just on our way to the market, about to go in, and we spotted these guys making what they call here bulang baling, but I know it as yotia. So there's a lot of Chinese influence here in Indonesia, in Jogja as well. So in Chinese it's called yotiao, but here they call bulang baling. I just can't get over that they've got a bakery set up on the sidewalk. There's a road right here, and they've got a bakery right here on the sidewalk, frying up some fresh bread. So they kind of slice them into individual pieces and then press them together and then dunk them in the hot oil. I think we're gonna skip this. It's a little bit too greasy for breakfast, but really cool. Just check out. So we have made it to the market. This is called Pasar Ngasem. This is a very bustling morning market, but what's cool about this market is it's not necessarily just a fresh market. They have tons of ready-to-eat food, a lot of very famous stalls in here, and it's absolutely packed. We're here about 8 a.m. and it is just completely lines at every single stall. Everything looks really good, but we've got a couple things picked out that we're gonna try to go locate. So now I work at the market. I'll be here for probably the rest of my life. I'm selling apam baras, a glutinous rice cake with coconut. Can I flip? Okay. Yeah. I'm still learning. Go for a flip. Nice and crispy. Get them golden brown. I need to work on my technique a lot. Might not be selling these ones, but that's okay. Okay, I give up. I give up. Okay. Thank you. So our next stop in the market is to try a popular Jogja dessert again, but also you can have for breakfast. This one's called apam baras. It's a sort of pancake that's cooked with coconut and rice flour. So he's got them in these little individual sort of pots or little frying pans, and then he's got the batter cooking away over charcoal. And this stall has a line just like every other stall here in the market, so we're really excited to try this one out. I'm always so awkward when the chef asks me to come and try it out for myself because I always suck at it, and I know there's like a line of a bunch of people that are standing there thinking, I want my apam baras, people. I don't want to wait for this foreigner to take his photo shoot. But very friendly locals here in Indonesia. Every time I come to Jogja, it's just like you're met with so many smiles and friendliness. So we've got the final product here. So similar ingredients in terms of rice and coconut as the lupis, but this one's rice flour and coconut inside of the batter. It's basically a pancake. I feel like this already needs the gula jawa that we tried this morning, the palm sugar. But let's try it out. See, fresh and hot. Oh, yeah. Man, the coconut comes through so well. You can actually see the pieces of coconut inside of there. And I believe it's a slightly fermented rice batter because it's got a little bit of a kind of tanginess. You can taste the smoky charcoal. It's sweet. There's quite a bit of sugar in there. But this is so good. It doesn't need anything else, actually. It's good like that. It's moist in the inside. But really what makes it so good is the coconut. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like shredded coconut all throughout the cake. Yum. Oh, I love Indonesian desserts. They're so well done. So smoky. Taste that charcoal. Delicious, delicious. You can tell that this is a fermented rice batter because it forms these little kind of bubbles from the fermentation process of the batter. Look at that beauty. Smoking hot. Yum. Like hotcakes. Perfect. I feel like you gotta eat them when they're right out of the pan. So much better that way. And the coconut's kind of like a little bit crunchy still. Man, that's good. Looks so simple, but it's so much more flavorful than it looks. So next up we're trying a sort of drink slash soup. I've never tried this before. We're at a stall called Wedang Sedang Ayu. And they have all the different ingredients that go into the, I don't know what you want to call it, soup, tea, drink, but basically there's so many different ingredients. We've got all these different root vegetables here. This also looks like cinnamon. They've got lemons, they've got tangerines, they've got lemongrass, all of these different colorful jellies, and ginger, of course, basically tons of different things. And then they pour in the hot water, which is cooking over charcoal. And this one is very popular once again. Basically everything in this market is popular, but I've never tried this before. I don't even really know what the name of this dish is, but it looks good. It looks really beautiful the way they present it. Okay, we have our drink, our tea, our soup, whatever you want to call it. So locally it's known as Wedang Sedang. And there's so many different ingredients in there. You can see like the lemongrass sticking out, tons of lemongrass. There's tangerines, as I was saying earlier. There's some jellies. There's a bunch of different roots, ginger, of course, strained different things in there. It's almost like a little potion, like a concoction. And I'm gonna kind of collapse it here and let everything fall down into the soup. And apparently, the longer you sort of let it sit, the more the flavor is going to change. It's massive cup. The ladies here are extremely friendly, and I'm gonna have to kind of move everything out of the way here. All right, let's give this a try. Oh yeah. Wow, there's so much going on there. So I asked for just a little bit of sugar, which is perfect. There's so many different flavors in there. The ginger is like a little bit spicy. You can feel it right in your throat. You can taste the lemongrass too, and the citrus. But as long as this, I mean, the longer this sits, the more the flavor will sort of infuse. And you can see some of the things floating up to the top. Not sure everything. I see some cloves right here. There's some seeds, a bunch of different root vegetables. I'm pretty sure you can eat these little jellies here. Let's try one of these. Yeah. Oh, it's like spicy. It's like a ginger tea, but like a lemon ginger tea. It's amazing. Oh, I feel like if you were sick, this is exactly what you want to have. If you had a sore throat or something. And I also feel like if it was cold, which it never is here in Jogja, this would be perfect. Oh. Delicious. Mac. Very, very friendly. It's phenomenal flavor. I love it. It's like the perfect balance of ginger, sweet, sour, everything going on in there. It feels like medicinal, but delicious at the same time. You know, I've been traveling for like 10 years now, 40 countries, tens of thousands of different foods or more, and I've never tried something like this, so I'm always so excited when I get to try something totally unique and different. This is just so cool. I love the presentation and the big mug. with the lemongrass sticking out. It's like tea on another level. Oh, I love it. It tastes like the cloves, the cinnamon, everything comes through individually. Yum. And you got these little jellies too, which some are green, some are white. So they actually use a combination of rock sugar and palm sugar in here. And these jellies, what I've been calling jellies, they are jelly texture, but it's actually a palm seed. And yeah, the longer we sit here, the more this steeps, the more of the flavors, especially of the orange and the tangerine, the lime, everything kind of mixes in even more. This much lemongrass in Canada was probably like $10. How much is like 1 cup? Less than $1. Okay. This in Canada, $10. Just the lemongrass. I feel like it sort of heats your body up. You can feel the ginger kind of warming your whole body, and they've got these little fans on the table so you can cool yourself down. That feels good. Man, you gotta try this. I would come back here every time I come to Jogja from now on. It's so delicious, especially if you had a sore throat or something. So we went back to the same stall that we tried the apambaras earlier because they also sell another similar dessert but a little bit different. It's called karabikang. It is made with a flour and egg and coconut milk. So it's a little bit different because they didn't use the egg in the apambaras, and they also have all these different flavors. I think it's just food coloring, to be honest, except maybe the pandan one is green, but they had like blueberry. So we ordered one of the, I believe, original and pandan, and the way that she scrapes it out of the little frying pan forms this sort of flour texture, they call it. So I guess that's where the name comes from. Karabikang is this kind of flour look that it gets when she pops it out of the pan. The karabikang. You can see a totally different texture and shape and color than the apambaras. They don't flip this one like they flip the other one, so they only cook it on the bottom side. You can see on the bottom it's like super crispy, and they wait for it to start to kind of get those bubbles forming, and then you get this crazy texture on the top. Look at that. I guess, yeah, it sort of looks like a flower. Let's try it out. I'm gonna try this one. It's pandan, but I don't think it's colored with pandan. I saw her putting food coloring in it, but let's try it. The bottom is like a cracker. It's like really crunchy and hard. And the top is like kind of undercooked batter. The flavor though, still coconutty. Maybe it's like a little bit heartier from the egg that they put in the batter, but I think I prefer the apambaras. Texture on the bottom is like a crepe. It's got that kind of like almost crunchy, but still like a little bit chewy. And I believe this is the original one. Yellow. You can see the bottom there. And we were lucky because they were just about to sell out. They were taking the last couple orders. Maybe this one does have some flavoring in it actually. I can't put my tongue on it, but it almost tastes like bubble gum. I don't know. I think I prefer the more natural flavor of the apambaras. It's also very good, but yeah, I gotta give up for the first one we tried. There's a lot of sweets for breakfast, so we gotta go find some savory stuff next and get some rice for Mink. I've been to so many markets around the world, and this one has just jumped up into probably top 3 coolest markets I've ever been to. There's so much good food, and every stall is like famous. Every stall has a line. There's some like fresh ingredients, like you can see them preparing right here, but most of it is already like ready to eat stuff, which I love. There's so many good stalls, so we're gonna go try to find something else to try. So another dish that I've never tried, even though this is my third trip to Jogja, is a very popular dish from Jogja. There's so many foods that are famous from Jogjakarta, so it takes many trips to come and taste them all. But this one's called bronkos. It's a sort of dark stew with beans and tofu and egg, and it's made using a special type of nut called kluwak nuts. So you can see it right here, and honestly, first thing when I'm looking at this, it makes me think of feijoada in Brazil because it's like beans with rice. But you got the tofu, you got the egg, grab a little bit of everything here, and that color, that dark, rich color is coming from the kluwak nut. Man, I love this city. It's like, when you think you tasted it all, and then you eat something like this, and it just tastes like nothing I've ever tasted before. I don't even know how to describe that. It must be coming from that nut. It's a very earthy flavor, a little bit savory, but like not super salty, and a little bit sweet at the same time. There's definitely some other herbs in there as well, and spices, but some very unique, I guess it's nutty, it is sort of nutty, but it's really like earthy. It's like nothing I've ever tried. It's delicious. And it is like feijoada, really heavy beans and rice. Yum. It's really rich. I love it. These dishes also always surprise me because you look at it, it doesn't look spicy at all because nothing's red, but after you eat it, you start to feel the burn. The burn slowly creeps up on you. It's definitely a little bit spicy. Now, this, again, doesn't look like much. It's just so full of flavor. Really unique flavor too. Man, that is good. Our rice expert gives her verdict. What do you think, Mink? Good?
It's new taste that I never tasted before. And you're right, kind of remind me of feijoada too. It's really good. I never tried beans on rice before. I mean, in Thailand. So, yeah.
Yeah, Mink makes a good point. Actually, usually beans in Asia are going to be in a dessert, red bean paste or something. You don't actually see it served with a lot of savory dishes. And the staff here, everyone's so friendly at this market. It's been incredible. Just brought me over that kluwak nut. So this is where the flavor and the color is coming from. So this is the unopened nut, and then this is the one that's opened. It's like really soft. I don't know if they boiled it first or what, but you can see that that's where all the color here is coming from. It's coming from this nut right here, and flavor. It is a little bit nutty, not like peanut, but it's got like kind of a nutty, earthy flavor. So our next stop is the one right beside the last stop. This spot is called Satay Koyor Yu Ira. They sell satay. They also have a bunch of different things that you can have on rice, but we're gonna try their beef tendon satay and maybe the chicken satay as well. And it's super smoky, super busy, big line. We're working our way through it, moves fast. So besides the satay, they have all kinds of different dishes. Chicken, veggies, eggs, noodles, they've got it all. But we're here for the satay. Apparently it's gonna be quite a bit of a wait.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hi. Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada, okay.
Everybody's super, super friendly, all laughing, joking. It's gonna be an hour wait for the satay because apparently they're just backed up on orders. They have a constant line here, so we might go find something else to try and then come back for the satay. So when we first entered this morning, we noticed a long line at one of the stalls that was selling another sweet dish. So since we have to wait about an hour for our satay, we decided to come try it. This one's called janang. It's basically a mix of a bunch of different sweet and savory dishes. I can't tell you what everything is exactly, but we've got a mixture of a couple different things, and I love how it's just served on this banana leaf. And then look at this spoon. That's so cool. I want one of these spoons. And then everything's covered in coconut milk as well. So we've got something with pandan, coconut. One of these is like a jackfruit sweet potato. This one, jackfruit sweet potato. This one was, cannot remember exactly, but something with the palm sugar. And then this is the sago pearls. I've tried this once before. Actually, it might have been the last time I was here in Jogja, but just look at the texture of that. It's so goopy. And that's kind of what this dish is all about, the janang. Give it a little bit of a mix. Try to get something of everything. Let's try. Oh, you know, it's not really a dessert because some of them are salty. You get kind of a mixture of sweet and savory, and then really coconut milky. Pieces of sweet potato in there. Some of them are like really salty because they're supposed to be mixed with the savory ones. Look at the texture of that. So goopy. A lot of foreigners would not be down for that texture. Maybe kind of reminds you of something, like, you know what I'm saying? A little snotty. Try one of these balls. Rice ball, maybe. It was really good. I think the one I had before was better. Maybe I didn't get the right mixture. But they've got like all the different dishes laid out there, and you just scoop, scoop, scoop right on your banana leaf. The texture is all these like chewy, kind of snotty. Don't get it the wrong way. The flavor is actually really good. You can see a piece of sweet potato in there. Some of the sago pearls. Yeah, but one of those is super salty. I don't know which one, but one of them is way too salty. Very, very interesting. You know, we've been here now for maybe 3 hours. Haven't seen another foreigner. Haven't seen a single foreigner here except for me and Mink. But everybody has been so incredibly friendly. Want to take pictures, want us to try their food, ask where you're from, and you know what? People speak English pretty well here. So that was actually like a 45-minute wait for our satay, and they must be some really good satay because, man, that is quite a wait for just 6 pieces. So this one here is called satay koyor. It's actually the cartilage or tendon of beef. And then we also have satay ayam, which is the chicken. But I don't know if you can tell with this one, but it's literally translucent. You can see through it. Like, it's kind of hard to tell maybe on camera, but you can see right through it. The sun goes right through it. And they're burnt to like a crisp. I'm actually a little bit concerned about how burnt they are, but maybe that will be more flavorful. Let's try it out. Whoa. Wow. Okay, not my thing. It's way too fatty. I mean, it's just like cartilage. It melts as soon as it hits your mouth. Sort of like jelly butter, beef jelly butter. If that makes any sense at all. I don't know. Actually, that's not my thing though. I don't love it. And let's try the satay ayam. See, that's better. No sauce though. Chicken's nice. A little bit dry, but not bad. They're covered in ketchup mayonnaise and sweet soy sauce. This one, maybe you can see the. I'm gonna try to get in the sun over here. Maybe that helps you see. But it is literally translucent because that's just cubes of basically fat. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish that. It's a little bit too fatty. Try one more bite. Not a little bit. It's way too fatty. As I said, this market is the oldest market in Jogja. It actually predates Indonesia as a country. Yesterday was Independence Day here, in Indonesia, and this market is much older than independence here in Indonesia. And we actually spotted a crowd forming, which is always a good sign. And then we noticed that there was a woman set out right on the floor. She's just sitting down on the floor right here, and she's selling a veggie sort of salad. So we're gonna try this out for our first stop today. So this woman is selling something called kuluban. It's a veggie salad served on rice with grated coconut. There's all kinds of different things, and you can see just how popular she is behind me. I mean, she's got constant customers lining up, so we couldn't pass this one by. So here it is right here. There's a couple different veggies in there. Some green veggies, there's some bean sprouts, and you can see this is the grated coconut right here. And then the spicy sambal. It's served on a bed of rice. I'm just gonna go right in with my hands here. Try this as my first meal of the day. Oh my god. It's good. It's like savory, spicy, and sweet. The coconut's sweet. The veggies are a little bit savory. And then the sambal's got some heat to it. Actually, that's incredibly delicious. Now I know why everyone lines up. Tell you what, I've learned from traveling over the years, if you see a bunch of people gathering around, especially locals, it's probably gonna be delicious. The shredded coconut is so good. I think they've mixed in some palm sugar with it. That's why it's got that brown color. And then fresh veggies, warm rice. That's all you really need. This sort of dish is all about the freshness of the ingredients. There's greens, freshly grated coconut this morning, and then that sambal brings all the heat. Yeah, actually, incredibly good. Like, I love when I have something that just looks so plain and simple, but then it's just like full of flavor. God, I love this market already. Get all the crackers. Those look good too. Everybody's in a good mood. Shopping. Just a simple mixture, just a couple ingredients, the sambal, the coconut, the veggies, and the rice. She also did have this fermented tempeh, but I was not feeling that for 7 a.m. in the morning, but really delicious, perfect combination, a little spicy, a little sweet, I love it.
Oh ya, sini. Manis kayak sini. Ya, 8.000.
Okay, so we found what we were looking for. This is called jamu. It's a medicinal drink mixed with a bunch of different herbs. There's a lot of turmeric in there, there's ginger in there, and like I said, it's like medicine, but it's also a popular drink, and she's just served it to me right into this little coconut bowl. You can see her hands are completely stained orange yellow from the turmeric. I have no real idea what this is going to taste like, but I read that this is a popular drink here at the Pasar Legi Kota Kediri, so let's try. Oh my god, it's delicious. It's like sweet ginger, turmeric. That just tastes so healthy. I was a little bit concerned, to be honest, because, well, I don't know if you can see preparation here in front of us. I'll let you know that this tastes a lot better than it was. Nah. And you can see they've got like bottles of it for takeaway and take it home. Hers is a little bit like lighter color than some of the other ones I've seen. Oh, maybe she has a couple of different kinds. There's a fresh one she just made. Honestly, it's amazing. It's like sweet ginger, turmeric. It's like what these hipsters like to drink these days. What is it? Turmeric lattes? Yeah, this is like the real turmeric latte. So I've just figured out what the difference is because I asked my Indonesian food guru Pak Ari, who unfortunately couldn't be here with me today, but he's just texted me. So he told me the one I just tried, the whiter one, is called Baras Kanchur. It's like it's made with rice, that's why it's white, and it's a little bit sweeter and with the sand ginger. But then the yellow one is called Kunyat Asem, and it's made with turmeric and tamarind and palm sugar. It's a little bit more sour. So I've moved from first stall to the next stall to try the Kunyat Asem. So I just ordered up one more to try it out. It's not the most appetizing preparation, that's for sure, but the flavor is actually incredible. So let's try one more out. That is crazy, crazy rich turmeric, deep yellow, almost orange color. Let's try this one out, see the difference. Oh, this one's like way more potent. Oh. A lot of ginger in there. I thought it was going to be more sour, but it's actually like the same. A little bit less sugar in it, actually. It's more just like all of those ingredients, whatever the hell they all are. She's just grabbing things. Can't even identify anything. And I'm really trying to get none of this on me because this will stain everything it touches. Just finish this off. Enak. Oh, apparently it's good for menstrual pain, so I should have saved that one for Ming, but holy smokes, that's strong. Okay, thank you. I think it's worth trying, and if you're not feeling well, then it's definitely worth trying, but I prefer the white one that I tried first. It was a little bit more sweet. The second one was like potent. It tasted more like medicine. So there's an interior market and then there's an exterior market. It's sort of a triangle shape too. And you can see a lot of the locals are here just doing their daily grocery shopping. There's so much fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. I haven't seen a whole lot of meat, some fish, but mostly fruit and vegetables. So just a short walk down the street from the market is a popular shop that's selling something called Kipo. This place is called Kipo Bujito. And this is a dessert that you can only find in this area of Jogjakarta, let alone the rest of Indonesia. So this is a kotegedi dessert specialty. You can see right here, it's made with a rice flour. There's probably coconut in there. It's green from the pandan, and it looks like it's been roasted too. I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this, but let's try it. Oh yeah. I love Indonesian desserts. Always with the coconut and the palm sugar. So it's almost like a mochi that's been roasted. You can see the black char on the outside. But then I'll bite this one open so you can see. It's filled like a little fruit gusher again with natural palm sugar and coconut. And this little serving was 3,200. So it's like 20 cents or something for this. And I'm gonna destroy all of them. Oh wow, that's so good. The owner here, Bujito, is super friendly. And this is a specialty of kotegedi. So you can only get it right in this area, which is crazy to think. Yum. Those are perfect little snacks. Wow. Yeah, that's seriously good. What do you think?
It's good. If I have another one that looks just sweet, that's mine.
I might have just eaten 6, but
Whenever-
you gotta be faster.
Whenever we share things, I have to like be fast in eating because Luke's gonna take it all, especially when it comes to dessert.
Especially when it's delicious.
His hand will gradually comes and like, he didn't say anything, he just, see this? This is like his natural move. And there you go, he took mine.
We can get
We need
another one.
This is gonna be my new favorite Indonesian dessert.
Don't worry, we got 2 more.
This is so good. It will be better with coffee. Like if you pair this with coffee.
nearby to the market, there is a totally hidden shop that you will not be able to find without using Google Maps, and even then it was very difficult to find this. Down some small alleys behind the market, twisting and turning, but we have found it. So this spot is selling something called roti kampang, which is these cakes right here. So this lady is, she has individual little kind of muffin trays that she greases up and then puts the batter in, and then it goes into this traditional oven, which is a charcoal heated oven. And here is the final result. Let's grab one here and show you. It's got this beautiful kind of flower design and beautifully golden, crispy cake. Let's give this a try. Really cool spot. She's working here totally independent. Doesn't have any customers, but I'm guessing she must take them somewhere to sell them afterwards. It's just like a homemade sponge cake. Enak. So friendly. She doesn't mind us filming in here at all. Hopefully we're not bothering her too much. Yum. It's got a little bit of a smoky charcoal flavor. She fills up each one individually, everyone handmade with love into the charcoal oven. Actually, I can taste the smoky. It's almost like, not bitter, but like a slight bitter kind of burnt flavor. So she opens it up. She's got a long kind of spatula there. Brings out the hot, fresh ones. She rubs them with a little bit of butter and then puts the fresh ones, or the uncooked batter in. All on charcoal. Love it. So cool. Pretty simple cake, but delicious. Buttery. I love her stove. The charcoal goes both on top and underneath, and it's just got a little door hatch that she kind of flips open, flips closed. Perfectly cooks them from both top and bottom. Really good cake, like no joke. It's beautifully buttery on the top. I love how she kind of paints a little bit of butter on there, and she's just hiding in this little window. You could easily just walk past her down one of these alleyways, cooking one by one by one. So fluffy. I love it. And buttery. Yum. I love seeing things like this. I could just stand here all day and watch her. So for noodles, we've left the Kotagedi area and come about just a 5 minutes drive away to a popular spot that's called, I have to read off my phone, Mi Ayam Bu Tumini Sari Rasa Jati Ayu. Okay, there you go, that's the name. So they've got hundreds of bowls of pre-seasoned bowls with a little bit of oil in the bottom and a little bit of greens, and then he blanches the noodle quickly, throws the noodles in there, and then you can choose your toppings, but their famous topping is the really thick chicken sauce that they put on top of that. And then he takes a little bit of soup and dresses it up, and that's your bowl of mi ayam, chicken noodles. There's a lot of Chinese influence here in Indonesia in general, so this dish probably has a little bit of Chinese influence if I had to guess. And I don't know what to expect from this. It looks like a satay sauce, but I'm not sure it actually is or not. But it is just a beautiful, beautiful bowl of noodles and thick sauce. I don't want to call it a curry because I don't believe there's any curry in it, but it does almost look like curry. So let's go in for a bite. These are Jogja style. I've never tried this before, so let's find out how it tastes. Oh man. Wow, it does taste like a Chinese noodles. Oh, that's phenomenal. Served piping hot. It's a salty sauce on the outside. There might be a little bit of peanut in there. It does have a little bit of a sauté flavor. Oh man. That's how I like my noodles. I want the flavor to coat the noodles completely, and this just sticks to it so well. It's such a rich, creamy sauce on top. I don't really know how to explain it too much, but it's definitely on the saltier side. It does taste like a bowl of Chinese noodles. Very good. A little salty and a little bit sweet too. And then whenever I'm in Indonesia, I always gotta go for the iced tea. And you gotta ask them for less sweet, and then they make it nice and sour. Damn, that's a good bowl of noodles, guys. Wow, this place has like something 15,000 reviews on Google, is that right? Yeah, zoom in on that. 15,000 reviews on Google. And honestly, that's not that uncommon for Jogja. This is a food city. Like, you come here to eat. That's what everybody comes here to do. The food here is so good. There's a couple of cities around the world that really just have like extremely good food, and that's pretty much the only reason you go there. Obviously, there's some beautiful temples here, but Jogja, Gaziantep, Turkey, Jeonju, Korea, those are 3 cities that are just like food meccas that you have to visit if you're a foodie. Yeah. I almost made a crucial mistake. I almost finished my bowl of noodles without noticing there was sambal on the table. That would have been bad. So let's add some of the sambal before I finish these off. Give that a mix. I love when the sambal's orange. Usually it means it's got lots of garlic and a little bit sourness. Oh yeah. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. Garlicky, spicy, a little bit tangy. Oh, that just completes the bowl. So as I said at the beginning of this episode, the best food here in Jogja can be found in the early hours of the morning and the late hours of the evening. The sun is just setting now. We're gonna jump on the scooter. We're gonna go grab some satay klak, one of the quintessential foods of Jogja. Let's go. So this is the spot we just arrived. It's called Satay Mak Adi, and they specialize in a type of satay famous here in Jogja called satay klak, which means bicycle spoke satay. I'll explain a little bit more about that later, but as you can see, they've got all the meat hanging here. So this is kambing, goat meat. That's what they specialize in. He's got the knife kind of pressed in his belly button and the table, and he's slicing them into pieces by piece. And those are going to be skewered up on the bicycle spokes, klak later, to go on the charcoal. I think we arrived a little bit early because they're just still setting up, but this already looks like it's going to be good. I see a lot of locals that are already sitting here waiting for their satay as well, so I can't wait to try this out. So she is skewering up those little cubes of goat meat onto the bicycle spokes, which I hope are brand new bicycle spokes, not used ones. But they also have a couple other dishes. Everything's cooking on charcoal. They have a couple things that are hard to pronounce. Tong sang, tang klang. They're all different types of like goat stews. One of them's like a dry stew with more of like a sweet flavor. And then this one we ordered tong sang, which is like a real soupy stew of goat meat. And then she's gonna start grilling these satay. There you go, over the charcoal. Look at that smoke. Holy smokes. As soon as that goat meat hit the charcoal, a huge plume of smoke just erupted, and then the meat, fat, starts to drip, hits that charcoal, and it just gets that smoke infusing into the skewers, into the satay. And they're basically sitting right on the charcoal. They only have barely an inch above the hot flames. So they're cooking fast. They change color as soon as you touch them down. And those are looking really good and smelling even better. So we're still waiting for our satay, but the tongseng has arrived. The goat stew, so see lots of pieces of meat in there. Each piece looks like it has a bit of fat. There's also a piece of, I think that's liver, and it's in this very rich looking broth, which definitely is gonna go well with rice. So let's try a little bit of the tongseng while we wait for our satay klaktak. Super fresh goat meat. It doesn't have any gamey flavor at all. It basically tastes like beef, and that broth is beautiful. You can taste the ketchup manis, the sweet soy sauce that they use in there. Oh my gosh, that's really good, and it goes perfectly with rice. Little cubes of meat. It's not spicy. It's actually a little bit sweet and savory. Yum, delicious. Really tender goat and just infused with that smoke from that charcoal. Wow, it's a really rich broth, a lot of flavor. The broth is really flavorful. It goes so well with the rice, and that meat is tender. Honestly, if you don't eat goat meat, or you think you don't eat goat meat, I would highly recommend to try this spot because it tastes like beef. And it's a nice, rich, meaty, kind of sweet broth as well. Delicious. Our satay klaktak have arrived, beautifully cooked, nice charred bits on there, and these are indeed on bicycle spokes. And it's served with a sort of sauce over here. It's kind of like a soup, and you can just see that goat oil floating to the top. Just gonna go for a dip, try one of these. Oh man, this smells so good. Oh yeah. I love how they do like meat, fat, the whole way down the bicycle spoke, the satay. So you get like one piece that's just like super fatty, oily, and then you get a nice meaty, lean piece. Done. It's really smoky. This sauce is basically the same as the tongseng, but I think without the sweet soy sauce, it's just like a really meaty broth. It's goat, but it doesn't taste like gamey whatsoever. Yum. So smoky. Really smoky. Oh, we got to see one more. Man. So you get 3 sticks per order? No, 2 sticks per order. So we ordered 3. Man, it's just so good. Yum. A little salty, rich, meaty. Yum. This place is a little bit outside of downtown, but I think it's worth it if you have a bike like us, or just take a taxi or a grab car, because it is delicious and worth a try. A very famous Jogja dish, the bicycle spoke satay. So our next dish is the quintessential Yogyakarta dish called gudeg, which is a young jackfruit stewed with palm sugar and coconut, and it's served with rice and a few other things. We have our order here. So this is the gudeg right here. Actually, she didn't give us a whole lot of it, but you can see that is the stewed down jackfruit, of course with rice, a little bit of that sauce on top, and then this is, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's like this gelatinous sambal. I'm not totally sure what it is. We'll have to try it to find out. And then a stewed egg, of course. And such a cool setting. Once again, just right on the side of the road and really popular with the locals. So let's dig into this. So for my first bite, I gotta get just some of the jackfruit with some of the rice and some of that kind of curry sauce. Oh wow, there was a big bone in there. That jackfruit just melts in your mouth. When the jackfruit's young like that and they stew it down in a particular way, it really feels like tender meat, almost like pull apart beef. You can taste all that palm sugar, it is quite sweet. And then coconut, once again, kind of similar in flavor to the lupis, but with the rice, of course, it's a little bit more savory than the lupis. Okay, let's go in for another bite and try some of this jelly thing here. If you guys know what this is, let me know down in the comment box. That's spicy. That's definitely got a strong heat. It honestly just tastes like sambal, so I wonder if it's just like a jellied sambal of some sort. I've never seen this dish so far on our trip in Indonesia. It's quite unique. It's got a really interesting texture. Let me crack open this egg. It's like a braised egg, probably in that same good egg sauce. Oh, this is really good actually. I really love the jackfruit when they cook it this way. Just so tender. Oh yeah. This is a super satisfying dish. It's really a simple flavor, just kind of coconutty and sweet, but with all those ingredients soaking in there, it's really hearty. Great thing to have for breakfast, and then of course with the rice too. This is awesome. I love the setting. So Jogja is famous for a lot of attractions, nature, and in particular a couple temples, but that's not what this video is about. This video is all about the food here in Jogja, and we've driven out to the countryside to have a dish called manggut lele. This is the spot we are looking for. This local woman is guiding us to this spot, and this is supposed to be a particularly spicy dish, so let's go check it out. The setting here is gorgeous, very rural feeling. They've got a couple pet goats here as well, and now we've just come to check out the smoking station where they're smoking all of those catfish. There must be at least 80 to 100 catfish, and they're using coconut husks to smoke those away. We're just trying to take all our shots, and it is so ridiculously smoky. My eyes are watering like crazy, but I'm really excited to try this spicy smoked catfish. So they invited us right into the kitchen as soon as we got here because they saw the cameras and they wanted to show everything that's going on, and they're cooking on wood fire back here, and there's a couple different sections. Check this out right here. This is just tons of chilies, red chilies, orange chilies, green chilies, yellow chilies, and that is the base to the dish that we were having, which is the manggut lele, which is cooking right over here, and it's a catfish dish in a soup of very, very spicy broth, and those catfish have actually been smoked, and once again cooking on fire, wood fire. So cool. We've assembled our plate and we have a couple of really good looking things. First off, we've got the tofu with tempeh, and then we've got some sprouts with cucumbers and some greens, and then of course the catfish. And this is the entire catfish. As you saw, they are skewered and smoked, and then we've coated it in sambal as well, a ton of sambal. And I'm just gonna dig right into this. Catfish is honestly one of my favorite fish, and try to make sure I don't have too many bones in there. And I'll just go for this piece here with a little bit of rice. I'm a little bit intimidated by the amount of spice on this. Oh, that's awesome. That catfish actually has remained really soft on the inside, even though it looks like it's been boiling away, and it's kind of double cooked because it's been smoked and then boiled, but it still remains juicy and soft on the inside. Definitely not overcooked. Yeah, you can feel that spice. That is building for sure. I gotta go in for one more bite though. That sambal on the outside is just ridiculously good. And then the bones are quite small, so you can actually eat most of them and get a couple sprouts and some greens here with this bite. That is awesome. So simple, but then they're cooking it in a really unique process. Double cooked like that. That catfish is really good. Not as spicy as I was expecting, but give me a couple of minutes and let me eat a little bit more, and then we'll check back in. I think this is a little piece of lemon basil. I'm gonna mix that in with my tofu and my tempeh, which also has tons of chilies as well. Ooh, that is hot. Let me try a bite of this. The tofu is just bursting with flavor, spicy once again, and then you can taste that little bit of zing from that fermented flavor coming from the tempeh, and then some lemoniness from the lemon basil. Okay, definitely starting to build, but I'm gonna keep digging into this. Oh, look at this. I didn't even notice, but they actually left the stick still on the inside of the catfish. So I can just remove that, go in for a little bit of the skin. There's not a whole lot of meat on these guys, but wow, what there is really flavorful. So it's definitely a slow releasing spice because I'm pretty much finished eating and I'm just starting to feel the full intensity of the heat. You can really feel it in your stomach and on my lips. Wow, that is strong. It's like deeply infused with spices. You can just taste the smokiness of the catfish too. It's a really good dish. There's not a whole lot of meat on that catfish, unfortunately, though. So we definitely want to have a dessert after that really garlicky bowl of noodle soup. So we've come to have a popular Javanese dessert called ronde. It's particularly famous here in Jogja, and there's this little stall. All she's got is a candle light and she's serving up the ronde. So let's order up a bowl and then I'll tell you about it. We just ordered our bowl of ronde from the old lady selling it right on the side of the street. Such a cool little setting. She's just selling it out of a cart with a kerosene lamp lighting her ingredients up, and it's a very simple dish. I have it right here, but there are some unique ingredients. So you can see right away this pink kind of jelly looking thing. So these are palmyra seeds, which have been sliced and then marinated, maybe with a little bit of pink food coloring to give them that color. And then we have these, which is basically the same as tang yuan, which we find in Taiwan. It's a little rice ball that's stuffed, this one with peanuts. And then we also have some toasted peanuts floating around, and this is all served in a hot soup. Very traditional dessert, very unique, and it should have a strong flavor of ginger. So let me just give this broth a try here. This is such a cool atmosphere. We're just sitting right on the side of the road. Oh yeah. Wow, that is really interesting. It's strong with ginger and it's almost got like a bubblegum flavor to it. I'm not sure if she's added anything else, but it's definitely got some sugar as well. So let me get some of these palmyra seeds, those little pink jellies with some of the peanuts as well, and try these. They don't have much of a taste, but they've got very interesting gelatinous texture to them, but really not much to it. And then those toasted peanuts have a nice flavor. And then I'll try one of these little tang yuan as well. And they kind of burst in your mouth with that peanut, and then very, very chewy. Such an interesting little dessert and such a unique setting. There's not much to it, and she must have been selling this for years and years and years, because even though it's just a small little stall, there's tons of locals flocking to her for dessert. That ginger really hits you right in the back of the throat, but it's super refreshing after that garlicky, salty noodles that we had. And then once you've eaten all the little things inside, you can just drink the broth. All Although it is the end of the night, there is still one thing we wanted to try, which we probably should have had in the morning, and that is coffee, but it's not your regular coffee. This is a very unique coffee. This is the place behind me, so let's go try it out. So this place is packed out with students, and this is probably gonna keep me up all night long, but I had to try this before leaving Jogja. This is called Kopi Jos. And as you saw, he actually puts a piece of flaming hot charcoal directly into the cup of coffee. It's just a plain coffee. Other than that, a little bit of condensed milk and some sugar. But really, the gimmick here is that he puts the charcoal in the coffee. So I'm kind of nervous to try this. I don't want it to like burn my lips. But you can see there is charcoal in there. Those are just 2 big chunks of charcoal that he put inside. So let me try this. Hopefully I don't burn myself. Ooh. The coffee is served piping hot, which is not really a surprise because there's charcoal inside of it. I can't say it gave it any kind of flavor. Maybe kind of a bitterness actually, and it reminds me of Turkish coffee because the grounds are just in there floating around. You get some of them in your mouth, but really it's not smoky like I thought it might be. Maybe just a little bit bitter from that burnt charcoal in there. Whew, that is hot. Yeah, not my favorite coffee, but a cool little trick, I guess. And this place is really popular. There are so many people. We had to stand out front because there's no seats. So it's not bad coffee. The only way I think it could be a little bit better is if they didn't put the hunk of charcoal inside of it, but what's the fun in that?